Alrighty, y'all. Hello and welcome back to a video I very much am going to look forward to taking a look at. I've been told by Ken, I sent a couple videos in saying to take a look at some morning drives in Europe. And let me tell you, these are at a couple different places. We'll have to see exactly where. But it just sounds awesome because I can say right away, even over here, that is my favorite time as a car guy. Right? The favorite, most feel-good experience you can have in pretty much any car is just taking a nice cruise, a nice drive in the morning. I'm talking right before sunrise, and the sun starts rising while you're out. You get that fresh, crisp morning air. I don't know why, but it just hits completely different. And going for a drive, I feel like it's more visceral. You can hear all the sounds better. And you feel a little bit more connected to the car in the morning for some reason. And the roads are, pretty empty compared to, later on when the rush hour comes in mid-morning. It's just a cool feeling. And I imagine there are some epic drives in Europe. I mean, we've seen a few. And I can imagine a morning drive in Europe with a cool car would just be like heaven on earth as a car guy. So we're going to get into these. We're going to be taking a look at clips from a couple videos. So these will be linked in the description down below so you can watch their whole videos and, of course, browse their channels. Let's take a look at these. This first one, I believe, from Andrine's Garage. Looks like an awesome smaller channel, so make sure to check them out for sure. This is titled, I drive my Porsche 944 Turbo at 6 a.m. up the mountain pass. Let me tell you, that sounds amazing. Let's get right into it. Cool shot, right? The silhouette shot. You can see it is perfect timing. You still need the headlights. It's sunrise, basically. Now, I've never gotten to drive a Porsche 944. I've seen them, at car shows and seen them on the road occasionally. They're really cool. Any Porsche is cool, to me, actually. I feel like this would be amazing. Good audio. These were a 4-cylinder, correct? Look at those mountains. Whoa. Now, my morning drives anymore aren't like that. I have been blessed to live in a place with mountains, of course. At one time, when we used to live in New Mexico, I literally loved morning drives because I would see the sun peeking through the mountains, and it was beautiful. Although this is a different level. This has got to be somewhere in, southern Germany. This could be Italy. This could be Switzerland, Austria, I'm not really sure. Gorgeous, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that sound, that morning sound, right? Oh, that is like a different planet, man. Roads. Absolutely stunning. Look at this road. There's no one on it. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to pause it. This road is absolutely gorgeous. First of all, look at it. The markings are perfect. The road is in perfect condition. I haven't seen one gaping pothole or, debris or anything. It's just beautiful, right? May I also mention, let me stress that when I lived in somewhere with mountains, right? When I lived in the desert, it was beautiful, but it wasn't like this, right? This road is actually way up right? And you're in the mountains. I lived rather in a valley, right? And you could just cross through the mountains and it would be very, fairly quick. It wasn't like you're snaking around like this, turn after turn through the mountains like this in kind of this setting. This is absolutely beautiful. And combine that with this road. Talk about a gearhead car guy or car gal absolute dream, right? Like, this is a driver's road if I ever saw one. Wow. Dude, you gotta be careful too. That's not kidding around. This is absolutely amazing. Also dangerous. So this would really kind of get your adrenaline flowing. It would wake you up. It's a hell of a way to wake up. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love it. He's just staying in one gear. I'm not sure if he's maybe like in third. Are we in like third gear, we're thinking here? Maybe second. I think he's probably in third. You know what? He's not even going super fast or anything, right? It's just like you have the road to yourself. It's sunrise. It's freaking gorgeous out. And it's just this kind of feeling like it's you and the car kind of alone, like in your own world. I mean, this is a incredible video, an incredible capturing like a moment, right? I also want to say that this is probably an amazing, almost perfect car for this. Remember, as car guys, we kind of talk about once you have experience with a lot of cars and you see a lot of shows and stuff, of course, there's always going to be, lust and respect for crazy hypercars and supercars, right, that are, unbelievable engineering and, 800, 900 horsepower cars and speed records and all that stuff. Yeah, they're cool, they're flashy, they're exotic. That's great. In reality, though, this road with this car, this is a Porsche 944. It's a fun car, it looks like, and it's just quick. It's not like super fast, right? It's not super slow. It's just kind of perfect, right? It's a car that you can really stretch the legs, put the throttle down, has good handling. You can kind of push it a little bit, and it's not like you're doing triple the speed limit in, a couple seconds. This is a reasonable, great cruising machine in this moment. It's really, really fun. I love the sound too. And those mountains are just behemoths. They're huge. Wow. Oh my goodness. Dude, it's so fierce and it's so pretty, and it's also like freaky. Like, obviously he's having a great time and he knows what he's doing. It's so crazy that like the mountain's right there. So if he just inches over a little too far, right, he is just like shredding the side of this car against the rock, right? Obviously he's not doing that, but I'm saying it's just crazy. It's like really a fun drive, and it's also very dangerous. You got to be careful. Like, mountain roads are the best, and they're also the worst at the same time. Got to respect them, You're just so hard-pressed to find a road like that here. This is absolutely stunning. There is no roads around the Midwest like this. And even out west in the mountains. Everywhere's got its pros and cons, right? Of course, there's incredible driving roads in the U.S. as well, but they're a lot harder to find. And none of them may be like exactly like this. This is incredible. Some of these driving roads I've seen in Europe are absolutely stunning. And it doesn't just have to be these huge mountain roads. It could be in different terrain, but there's still like great driving roads in different European countries I've kind of seen and gotten a taste of on some of these videos and people have shown me. These, hilly, curvy roads are just like so common. It's awesome. It seems like everything's a grid system here. Even when you leave the city, it's still grid, like just a country road that's straight. than an intersection, straight to intersection. And, you know, quite frankly, it's kind of boring. Yeah, you can cruise around and I still enjoy it, but it's not a little bit of a spirited drive like this. No, I mean, there's nowhere to go but straight. That is a really cool car, by the way, and I love the look of it. This is a timeless design. So many of these 80 sports cars, especially like this Porsche, right? Porsche, they really do a good job at timeless designs. Does this look a little bit retro? Of course, but it doesn't look old or it doesn't look outdated, if that makes sense. It still looks sleek. It still looks like something like, ooh, yeah, I would love to take a ride in that. Very cool car. I love the dimensions of this thing, kind of the proportions, right? And of course, it's a little bit different. It's a front engine Porsche, not something you see too often. All right, and before we move on to the second part, I just want to give another quick shout out to this channel. It looks awesome. I'm actually going to subscribe. Make sure you check them out with the link in the description. I checked a couple videos out and they're actually super, super epic. So yeah, I love to see that, like a small channel producing like really cool stuff. Make sure and give them a look. Alrighty, and then we'll be looking at just a couple minutes of this as well. This will be linked below. This is from the Royal Potatoes, I think it's called, and this video is titled Strada della Fora, Italy. So at least with this one, we know we are in Italy, and this is a POV of an early morning drive with a BMW Z4. Let's take a look. Okay, there might be a little music on here. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Of course, everything's manual, which we would expect by now. Love to see it. And we are in heaven again. Beautiful freaking mountains and like just aqua colored water. And another great car, by the way. A lot more modern. I imagine this is probably 2000s or 2010s. But another fun car, right? 3.0, so yeah, you got like an inline six. I don't know if it's turbocharged or not. Doesn't really matter. I'd almost prefer it naturally aspirated, I think. Oh boy, does that look absolutely epic. Look at these roads, man. This is what I'm saying. These roads just don't exist here. They're so narrow and twisty and curvy. Wow. I actually, Z4s are really small, aren't they? This car barely fits in some of these sections of road. It's so narrow. And it's not a big car. That's insane. Look at how surreal that is. What on earth? That would be one hell of a way to wake up. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous. In a good way. I'm not like a jealous person by nature. But in a very friendly, good way, I am jealous of this. This is epic, man. All what I would give to drive in the morning like this. Oh, that is living life, I tell you what. And you get tunnels too. Ooh, cool tunnel. Get to hear a little bit of that exhaust, right? A little bit magnified, a little bit echo in there. Come on, give her some throttle. Get a good shift in there. Look, that's a huge tunnel. Damn, I've never been in a tunnel like that. Those are hard to come by. You know, there's some around the big cities like Chicago, but they're not usually, not like this. At least the road widened a little bit. You know what I just noticed? I didn't notice this at first. The road did widen to 2 lanes, which I assume were going to be like this, right? Like oncoming and, you know, going your way. So a 2-way road. But then it narrows down to 1 lane again. Is this a 2-way road? That's only 1 lane? It is. It is. We just saw a car. It looked like, almost like a police vehicle. That's got to be a police vehicle. Funny. How did he see him coming into the sun? That would be actually a little freaky for this guy, right? When you're driving into the sun, ooh, it can get very blinding at times. Again, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous scenery and gorgeous road. Road seems to be in great condition as well. But this is hella dangerous too. Look at, you even have a cyclist. This would be even an awesome road just to cycle on, man. These roads are crazy. And I know, like I said, these roads come in all shapes and sizes. I know this is not how every European road looks, but it's how some European roads look, and it's freaking epic, dude. There's no American roads like this. What a freaking vibe is this? Absolutely incredible. What are those little pullouts? Are those probably to make room, right? In case you have like a big vehicle coming, and right? I suppose you kind of need those every so often. I would be freaked out to drive on that just in case I saw someone coming and I'm like, uh-oh, what do I do? Oh, look at this one, there's a stoplight. Ah, does he have to let someone through? So absolutely beautiful scenic road. You also have to be alert, as you always should, but extra alert because it's not like traffic's, you know, waving as they're driving by. You're going the same way in the same lane. That just never happens here. Wow. Dude, this is absolutely incredible, man. This guy definitely had a great morning. Definitely had a great morning driving that. Well, that was spectacular. Great suggestion. Seriously, that is something different. And I absolutely love it. There's so much I'm learning and so many videos I do on different motorsports and, you know, different cars I learned about from different countries, especially in Europe versus the U.S., you know, in Australia, New Zealand versus the U.S. There's so many cool cars and different vehicles we miss out on here. But not to mention just, I sometimes I forget like this side of it, right? Taking a morning drive is just one of the best things ever, regardless of where you are. But man, taking a morning drive is just on another freaking level when you have a setup like this. Absolutely spectacular. I'm mind blown. I don't know what else to say. I definitely have to accomplish this someday. I'm going to have my shades on. I don't know what I'm going to be wearing. I don't know what I'm going to be driving. But it's going to feel great to feel that morning air and some sort of a scenic place like these places we just saw. So I definitely turn it to you guys. Got to tell me if you are a fan of, you know, the early morning drives. You know, what is your go-to car? What is like some of the roads like, you know, that you take your morning drives on? I would love to hear about it. And this is definitely something we could take a look at more in depth for another video. I mean, this was just so satisfying. It really was. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.